A quarterback who had one of the most unique and remarkable careers that we've ever seen grace a football field. He was a Heisman Trophy winner in college, a Pro Bowler in the NFL in his 13th year in the league, also widely considered the greatest player in the history of the Canadian Football League. Guys, please welcome Doug Flutie.
Oh, yeah. Morning, Doug. What's up, Doug?
So cool having
Not too
you.
much, hanging out.
So cool for us.
Hanging 10?
New York City. Yeah, New York City.
Doug, you got a great tan. You were
Great
talking
tan.
about how you love surfing now, but this past weekend, you were honored at the Bills-Ravens game up in Western New York. At that Bills game, you got a chance to see it as a Bills legend of the game. Let me ask you, what was it like to be back on that field? And for those who haven't heard, what was the big announcement you had on that afternoon?
First of all, I played 21 years total. I only spent 3 years in Buffalo. And they treated me like I was Jim Kelly going back there.
Really?
It was really like a big, warm hug. It was amazing. I went to some local restaurants and all that I'd gone to in years past. People are still waitresses at those restaurants. It was really, it was just really cool. We're relaunching the 20th anniversary of the Flutie Flakes.
Great.
The cereal.
The cereal.
Nice.
And it was really well received up there. And, you know, it's all towards our foundation, Flutie Foundation, Doug Flutie Foundation for Autism. And in my son's name, yes. Vanna.
I'm going to open these up. Do you need this box for later? 'Cause I might start eating these.
She's not scared to snack.
I'm not.
Thanks. It's been really, it was surprising the reception we got.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's an amazing cause, and also that was such a huge deal when they first came out to have the 20th anniversary. How special was it?
It's really cool that people even care after 20 years about anything is pretty cool, especially nowadays. On the 18th anniversary, the Bills made the playoffs again. It kind of lifted the curse of Doug Flutie after I left, supposedly. So one of the kids opened a box, 18 years old, and had a bowl of Flutie Flakes from it.
Oh, no kidding.
And he didn't die.
Perfect.
and he actually looked... It didn't look like he was choking it down, which was like...
It's like eating the gum in an old baseball card.
a little scary.
Like,
A little scary.
It's part of this complete and balanced breakfast.
That's exactly right.
You know what else is cool? We're in December now, and for the third week in a row, we have a huge Bills game. I mean, they matter big time. You were the last quarterback, Doug, to leave the Bills to double-digit wins. The other guy there right now is a guy I know you ran into when you were in Buffalo, Josh Allen. You hung out with him. You've watched him, of course. What do you make of this young guy?
I love his competitiveness.
Yeah.
I really do. He competes. The guys on the team love him for that, the way he plays the game. Obviously, big, strong-arm guy.
Sure.
But for his size, he's mobile, and he can make some plays. The one thing I saw last week was he's trying so hard to make plays. Sometimes you just got to unload and get rid of the ball. He took a few sacks trying to extend plays. But the number one thing that stood out to me, hanging out with him for a little bit, is how humble he is. Just really engaging, pleasant, you know, no ego involved there at all. Really cool to see.
I love that. It's a great fit for Buffalo.
Yeah, no
Doug,
doubt.
there was another quarterback on the other sideline that was playing too, and he's leading the MVP race right now, Lamar Jackson. He's a home guy too, but what did you think watching him play the game? A different style than Josh Allen.
He's so elusive. I mean, he believes he can extend any play at any time and he's looking past the guy that's coming at him. Okay, I know I'm going to make this guy miss. What's going on down there? You know, and he does it instinctively. He's really, he can throw the football down the field. It's not just an athletic quarterback. He can throw the ball down the field. Knows what he's doing that way. And the game's changed with all the spread offenses and using the quarterback as a runner, design runs, zone read stuff, all that. I'm actually very jealous of the game today.
I bet you are, man.
A lot of what they're doing are things that we did in Canada during those years with spread stuff. But yeah, I'd love to be able to play the game.
Doug could have used a Greg Roman in his
No kidding. Where was he? That's awesome.
The way it's changed, your name's come up in a couple of drafts that we've done lately, and you know, you used to be the only quarterback, pretty much under 6 feet tall, to have a successful career. I'm 5 feet tall, so there we go. But Baker Mayfield and Kyler, right? They face each other this weekend. What's been so impressive about those two? And did you ever think you'd see a day where two sub-6 foot QBs would be squaring off?
I just love it. I love anyone that's had to fight their tail. Like with Baker, he transferred. You know, he was originally a walk-on.
Walk-on twice.
You know, it's just those kind of guys I love, I root for all the time, not just from a size standpoint, but the fact that it's a journey, it's tough, and nothing's handed to them, and they got to go battle for it. And then when you spread people out, the vision thing isn't as big a deal because now there's only a 4-man rush, maybe a 5-man rush. Things are a little more spread out. There's more alleys, and it's decision making. And the zone read stuff, the ability to take off and go, has just changed the game for the way you have to play defense. You have to account for the quarterback now, which means you get a lot more man coverage, which makes it a lot easier to throw one-on-one routes and just pick a guy and go to him.
They had to account for you too, Doug, because, you know, you can make plays with your arms, you can make plays with your legs, but at 43 years old, in your last game ever, it was a play that you made with your foot, and we want to take a look back.
I stuck it in my mouth.
Doug Flutie will be out there in a very strange formation, trying for two. Or will it be a drop kick, perhaps? Drop kick for the extra point. It is up and in. Can you believe that? And what might be Doug Flutie's last professional football game.
Look at Belichick. That alone was the price of admission right here for these fans in New England. Last time a drop kick happened in the NFL, we were talking leather helmets.
All right, Doug, take us through it. The drop kick.
Well, the thing at the end there, I was going to give Bill a hug, and Bill's not the most touchy-feely kind of guy. But he had a big smile. And my daughter told me later that on national TV, I went right by Brady hanging for a high five.
Not the first time that's happened.
Originally, it was, I used to mess around drop kicking with Mike Vanderjagt all the time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, Chris Berman had seen me doing it in pre-games all the time, and he went to Belichick, told Belichick about it. Belichick came to me, and we wind up doing it. And it was actually, we hadn't talked about it in 2 weeks. Before that. We were planning to do it a couple of weeks earlier. So that was very spur of the moment.
It's amazing. And Bill says to you, let's do it, get out there.
He goes, we were on the 5-yard line going in, Matt Castle's quarterback.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a play, and Bill looks at me, he goes, we score here, you're kicking it. We're down 14. He didn't get the sentence out of his mouth, and we were in the end zone. Touchdown pass to Tim DeWitt. I go, are you serious? He goes, yeah, go get it. I grab the ball out of equipment guy's hand. I turn, I punch one. It goes up into the stands, and I jog out on the field.
Amazing.
And it was like a bunch of little kids at Christmas. Now, these guys were they were already the Patriots. They had won Super Bowls, Tom Brady, the whole bit. We're down by 8. Kicking an extra point.
They were so
it was like a
excited.
bunch of kids at Christmas. It was
so good.
It was a lot of fun.
And you nailed it.
Right.
Nailed it.
Just
really
that,
quickly.
I mean,
Well,
little
last day of my
pressure there.
career, my wife would have had to live with me the rest of her life if I missed that.
You can't retire. You got to do it again.
I had to
Really quickly.
For better
I
or
think-
worse.
I think the coolest thing maybe about the end of your career or even towards those years was your time in San Diego in the quarterback room that you were in. Drew Brees is the number 1, Doug Flutie is the number 2, and a rookie named Phil Rivers is the number 3. Take us back to that quarterback room, arguably the greatest quarterback room ever in any building in the history of the sport.
And the reason it happened was Drew struggled. The first year I was out there, I was starting. Drew was backing me up. Second year, Drew becomes a starter.
Yeah.
He struggled that year, and I had to come in off the bench a bunch. So they were giving up on Drew.
I remember that.
And they drafted Phillip. So the 3 of us in the quarterback room, and to this day, Drew, I'm a salty dog. I was the old man.
Sure.
And Drew Brees buys a salty dog ball. Anyone that was, complaining all day, my name is on that ball so many times for that. And we had a great rapport. Drew and I are very similar types. We were just kids having fun, like always playing games, doing this. Phil is a little more serious, but to watch their careers, just amazing, just amazing.
Drew's a fellow surfer, too, isn't he?
Drew will. I covered a Pro Bowl, and they did a thing. We were out in Hawaii where the pro surfers were teaching us to surf. So Tony Gonzalez, who you were talking about, Tony, Drew, and I went out.
Okay, but
surfing.
watch out for that
That's
hammerhead
awesome.
sharks, won't
Yeah,
ya?
yeah. I had a good
Just out there
9-foot
like-
hammerhead swim by me.
Like,
a couple weeks
what
ago.
are we doing here?
Nothing.
Thank you for doing this. Thanks for being on our show. Please go get the Flutie Flakes, which benefit the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism.
Go get them.
I'm going to eat this whole box. All right.
Yeah.
FlutieFlakes.com and Wegmans.
Oh, Wegmans. Oh, I love a Wegmans.
Absolutely. I'm not down.
Thank you so much for being